Alright, hello and welcome to episode 47 of Salt Plays Sunless Sea. If I sound a little bit different, I'm in a slightly different position relative to my mic because my chair's a little bit broken. Hopefully it's fine though, so let's get on to playing. First, notes about where to go. The Admiralty wants me to go to the Chapel of Lights. The Gracious Widow wants me to go to Visage for my father's body. The Navigator wants to go to the Chapel of Lights. The Merchant Venturer wants Lamentable Relics or Dark Drop Coffee. I think I have some Lamentable Relics. I have 2 Lamentable Relics. He wants 7 of each. The Naker's Outcast wants to go to Wither. Maybe's Daughter wants to go to Wither. The Isle of Cats, Irem, or Naples, it looks like at this point. The Spies in Khan's Heart need an agent. And I met a chronicler who wants Glory's death from History's Beach. So that's that. What? Okay, I have all my officers. Cool. Do I have a spy? I do have a spy. Okay. So I think that I should be heading north. I have like the Violent Ink to drop off. I need to go to the Chapel of Lights. I need to go to Wither. I feel like that's the direction I should be heading in. So let's head out. Get going. Hunter's Keep. A hump of dark wrath swathed in mist, like 100 other Untersea islands, but here's a grand house, windows aglow, lawns impossibly green and lush in the false starlight, raked gravel paths. You stand on the dock as the sea nudges the ship's sides. An unexpectedly warm breeze carries the faintest trace of lavender. I'm just gonna reconnoiter the island. I don't remember what Spy on the House gives, so let's do that. Okay. This place may not be as simple as it seems. Piano music drifts across the terrace. You peer through a half-open French window into a grand parlor, grand in size, if a little reduced in style by dust and neglect. A dark-haired, pale-skinned young woman bends earnestly over a piano keyboard. Another, fair-haired but unmistakably her sister, sprawls on the sofa with a book. A third sits by the fireplace, staring sorrowfully into the embers. Soon, she says, and the piano music falters and stops, we'll go hungry, and then the end will come, for me, but not for you. The pianist raises her eyes from the keyboard. Hush! If we don't speak of it. She frowns. Has she seen you at the window? You withdraw. I'm not going to go inside because I don't need to right now. So let's head out. Got a secret. Who do I want to speak to about that? Iron is the one I have the least in, so that's probably fine. Wow, nice. pirate steam pinnace. Lean pickings indeed. A stout crate, the source of sustenance, the fundamental element of cargo. A crate of supplies, hardtack and water, and an unexpected box of nails. A would-be wit remarks that the nails look tastier than the hardtack until an officer's glare silences her. Right, here we are in the tomb colonies. Okay, oh yeah, we have an invitation to a restaurant. Fine cuisine and vendor bite? Now that would be something. A corkscrewed street. At the twisty tip of an odd little side street, welcoming yellow light glows from the gilt-lettered windows of a restaurant. A sign reads, Vengeance of Jonah. A beefy tomb colonist bustles up. A gray mustache pokes impertinently out from under his bandages. Come in, come in. It's a cramped little place, but much better lit than most places in the tomb colonies. The scents of the dishes are multitudinous and extraordinary. Are they good? They might be. They might be good. It's difficult to tell. Sure, we could recruit the bandaged poissonnier. I still don't know how to say that word. I'm guessing poissonnier at this point. The bandaged, whatever the fuck, has long wished to travel, but you'll need to outfit the galley to his exacting standards. Avid enthusiasm. Ah, my captain, the things we will catch, that we will consume, that we will experience. We will discover the seventh sensation, you and I, the taste that one tastes with the heart. You there, sailor, careful with the braising alembic. It's worth more than your wretched soul. Let's speak to them. Can't. Okay. All right. Let's visit the first curator. Give it your pot of violent ink. We would have made a better contract, but we hungered for the flesh of gods. A stained finger. It extends... I'm fiddling with my chair. It extends a brittle arm from beneath its coverlet, dips it in the ink, conveys the finger back to its hidden mouth. Ah, it sighs. The color will enter my bones, and then, perhaps, the moth. It's plainly rambling, but at least it hasn't forgotten your reward. A cameo of a bandaged beauty painted on the mummified palm of a mummified hand. All right, not to everyone's taste, but it's terribly well executed. All right, on the part for now, we've still got Virik, Peligan, Irigo, Gant, and Cosmogene. And let's explore Venderbite. A withered garden. Dead fir trees have carpeted a little park with old brown needles. A little group of tomb colonists stands around another lying on a bench. Unexpectedly, you find yourself reminded of physicians and midwives at a birthing couch. The colonist on the bench, he's old, withered to sticks, groans horribly, though the fir needles deaden the sound. Something moves in his chest, like a sea creature surfacing, or a butterfly breaching a cocoon. The other colonists spot you and close ranks around him. Stay back, Silkskin, one hisses. This is his breaking out. Your time will come. There's a kind of rapture in her voice. Let's get a port report. I'm not gonna do the last tour yet, not until I have more space. Okay. Bat swarm. Let's gather up the corpses into the pot. Oh, have I not been to Wither yet? Huh. Oh, right. Wither, a chilly city beside a waste of salt. Behind the great arch over the bay, the pale wastes stretch, white and silent as the face of the moon. From here, you might almost imagine they were snow. North of the city, the salt pools fizz with unlikely color. All right, I'm gonna start with help Maybe's daughter search for her mother. I don't know why anyone would come here, but she does. Something about questions. The daughter shivers. You know, she asks people about love all the time and writes down the answers in her nasty little book. Love. The daughter's mouth twists. We're up to a 1/3 chance of her being here. Nothing. I have been asking questions for 3 hours, and every time I ask a question, they reply with a question, and I think I might, but I didn't. I just picked their pockets. I think that's entirely reasonable under the circumstances, don't you? Here's your share. Let's go and look somewhere else. Ooh, okay. So, not Wither. So that's Isle of Cats, Irem, and Naples. Great. I don't want to go to the surface. I've done it a couple of times and it's not super interesting to me. I mean, like, I didn't do very much there, but I was just like, meh, at it. I have it written down that the Naker's outcast wanted to go to Wither. Okay. Let's speak to it and see if that's right. It drips eagerly. Perhaps if it comes to your cabin, you should put down some sort of matting. Let's invite it to dine with you. You'll need a suitable morsel. Oh, salt lions. Okay. Salt lions. I feel like the Naker's outcasts needs change. I also think I might assign this cook instead. Slightly better stats. Okay, let's do the other stuff on Wither. We'll start with exploring the town. An intriguing smell. Who'll try? Who'll buy? A street vendor turns skewers on a grill. The mixed scents are nothing like anything sold in London. Let's try the shredded jellyfish. It's not to everyone's taste. Jellyfish, the food of queens. Traces of its venom still remain, just enough to make your tongue tingle and alter your consciousness a touch. Your pulse accelerates, and odd thoughts sparkle in the forefront of your mind. Okay. And then we'll gather this port report. Not gonna do shore leave. Okay. So I could speak to them now that I have Muttersalt. But I also want to keep the strange catch for whenever I speak to the Naker's outcast. I will get more strange catches. I think I want the space in my hold. I will speak to the chef. Dine with the bat. No, my captain. You shall dine with me. The great work. Your companion barely eats. He has to cut the fish into tiny morsels to squeeze it through the gap in his bandages. Soon the cloth is stained with sauce. He throws down his fork. Look at me. I am not at my best, no? Believe me, your appetite would not be so strong if I removed my bandages. How long before my fingers fail or my tongue pickles? He swirls his wine. Captain, a request. I have cooked for barons and bishops, the Khan, the Empress, but there is one for whom I have not cooked, a creature of singular and achromatic tastes. I want to make him a marvel. The chef's art is alchemy, and this would be my philosopher's stone, my immortality. Will you aid me? Bring yourself, chef, strange catches and live specimens to further his research. Interesting. Okay. So what does that look like? At least 2 useful ingredients. Okay. Interesting. I think that's all there is to do here at Wither, so let's head out. Alright, Codex, an isle of answers. Codex, a desperate cave full of mute exiles and an inexplicable colony of shivering, bad-tempered monkeys. Compile a port report. No one will speak. This is a challenge. I'm tempted to buy some fuel. Hello again, Frostfound. Oh, I got a secret. Alright, Frostfound. Towers and ramps and galleries and stairs of ice, raised and spun like an architect's honey dream. No spider ever wove so complex a web. The towers are utterly pristine, untouched by human life, but a pitiable encampment squats by the dock. Alright, so we can engage the tireless mechanic. Sure. The tireless mechanic has had enough Frostbound. He smiles at you over his spectacles, teeth chattering. No, I'm not going to do that. So glad to see a ship at last, ready to offer my services. I'm an engineer, finest you'll ever hire. Treat engines like my own children. Not that I have children. Too busy. Usually busy. Welcome aboard. Spot a rust, soon see to that. You there, help me with this spot of rust. That is, he does have better stats. Certainly closer to what I prefer, which is, as we all know, extremely heavy on the fails. Let's take tea. Well, no, my hold is full. Oh no, it's not full. Okay, we'll take tea. Some of them take tea with the squatters at the dock. Some of them wear the robes of Irimi riddlefishers. Some look like withern folk, but even more ragged. But they do seem a little more practical than either of those peoples. A surprisingly warm welcome. We're here keeping the steps for the game of truths, a helpful riddlefisher explains, as she fills your cup for the third time. Every year, the people of Iram and Wither meet here for, she pauses, contests, she finished vaguely. The difference between a question and a riddle. One day, someone will prove themselves enough to enter the castle. You spend a pleasant few hours while the tea is supplemented with Iremi liqueurs, pale withered beer, and something the riddlefisher describes blandly as snake cake. They offer you fuel and supplies before you leave. We keep enough to spare, the riddlefisher grins. From time to time, a captain gets lost and comes up here, and we always feel bad for them. Alright, let's create a port report. I'm not going to enter Frostbound, even though I want to really badly. There's more things that I need from it first. I'll look at my old notes to see what all I needed out of that. Maybe I'll just look at the wiki. I was hoping it wouldn't notice me. Okay, we're good. I hope that the Chapel of Lights is right here, but it might not be. Palmerston's Reach. This is not the Chapel of Lights. Oh. Okay, recurring nightmares. You have become to dream of a vast eye. It knows you. You cannot evade its gaze. A black, unsleeping taste. There's somebody setting off fireworks. A black, unsleeping taste. Again and again, you are alone on the wide black Z. The eye is aware. I wish I got something other than the eye all the time. Like, it's been the eye every time I've gotten nightmares. I would love something different. I love the music in this game so much. Okay, Mount Palmerston. Brimstone. Always brimstone. I'm actually going to start by spending those secrets that I have. do iron a couple of times. Cool. Okay. Let's just go to Mount Palmerston. Sullen lights glow green at the jetty's edge. Behind the port buildings, the island is knee-deep in ash. There are ruins here and there of houses destroyed by fire. Far above, the mountain's top flickers red, just for an instant. Let's explore the island. Tangles of thorned scrub climb the rocky slopes of the volcano. We found a ptarmigan colony. At the heart of a salty little bog, you come upon a pulsing mound of ptarmigans. They are a rich dark purple, like viscera, perhaps, or blackberries. They chitter as they swarm. The sound is like pebbles on a beach. Be careful. A single ptarmigan is a nuisance. 100 are a calamity. I am more interested in observing the colony. I like the ptarmigans. I'm going to observe them. Fascinating creatures. Learn what you can. Mildly diverting. There is some sort of purple mushroom. Unlike most purple mushrooms, they have tentacles and fangs, and they run around a lot. That's as much as you get. Perhaps your mind's not on it. Damn. Alright. I'm going to dig among the ruins, maybe twice. You're fortunate. A cellar full of bones. How many of them died down here? You could bury them in the ash, but they're so choked and jumbled, you might as well leave them here below. The whole island is the unholiest imaginable ground anyway. At least you have souvenirs. 3 gritting skulls and a carven crooked cross. So we got some outlandish artifacts and some lamentable relics. One more time. Emptiness. The creases of your palms are gray with ash. Your crew coughs incessantly. You have found nothing but ruined fields and empty shelves. And then let's chat to the port folk about the Brimstone Convention. That's just the port report. Okay. Anything I want to get from the shops? No. I will buy fuel while I'm here because it's so cheap. Okay. Since Maybe's daughter's mother might be at Irem, I'm hoping to be able to make it to Irem this episode, but I didn't really start with enough fuel for that, so that's why I keep buying fuel. Oh, this is that. Okay. Avoid the giant moth. Can I go all the way south of this storm? It looks like probably. Okay. Let's get these fragments. Yeah, no, I know about the Ragged Crow. the mountain. Which means that Chapel of Lights is, yeah, pretty much directly north of me. There we go. Chapel of Lights. Do you hear music? Furtive faithful gather in the shadows between the many, many candles. A bell tolls in the chapel tower. Cracked iron laughter. Beware. The aisle is full of voices. Let's grab this information. And Sigil-ridden navigator races toward the chapel. This is the place. Hark! The bell! I think I need live specimens for this. You give chase. Within, the air is heavy and hushed. Yeah, live specimens or some cannibalism. Okay. Let's get this port report. We could attend a service. Sure. Attend a service at the chapel. The great bell tolls. The few and ragged faithful gather for St. Arthur's lesson. Bring your offerings. Echoes in the chapel. Oh, yes, the priest says, smiling. The drowned man hums tonight. His song, like fish roe, clouds the water. He waits for the congregation's assent. We will feel him in the harps of us, and if his tune is caught, it will be raised to the sky where the bright birds pass. Here the congregation cry out like birds, and the cries rattle away to the rafters, and the air hangs sultry, and the gods no longer frown. At the end of the service you leave, your lips still wet and your stomach filled with secrets. You could grow rich on this diet, if you live. Ooh. And now I can just give up my crew members. Okay, we have one St. Arthur's lesson, the lessons of the chapel. And we also have the cannibal taint and a secret. Now the question is, do I want to give up a crew member? 2 crew members. Oh. I kind of like the idea of going with cannibalism to figure out the guy who did cannibalism, but I don't want to lose 2 crew members right now. It will be easier to get more crew members than it will be to get live specimens. I'm gonna think about this, come back to it later. I am so tempted to go the cannibal route. I'll also eat of the chapel's bounty. Okay. Let's go. Oh, I should end this episode. Well, thank you very much for listening to this, the 47th episode of Salt Play Sunless Sea. I will talk to you later. Goodbye.